After the publication of Noli Me Tangere, Rizal was planning to visit important places in Europe, and Maximo Viola agreed to be his traveling companion. On May 11, 1887, Rizal and Viola left in Berlin by train, and their destination was in Dresden, one of the best cities in Germany. When they were in Dresden, already their visit were coincided with the regional floral exposition. They also visited Dr. Andolf Meyer. They visited the Museum of Art also, as Rizal was impressed by the painting of Prometheus Bound. They meet Dr. Jaguar while strolling at the scene of floral exposition. In Teschen, or also called Desen, Czechoslovakia, was their next stopover after leaving Dresden. On May 13, 1887, at 1:30 p.m., the train with Rizal and Viola on board arrived at the railroad station of Limit-Ritz. Professor Blumentritt, the genial host, helped Rizal and Viola get a room at Hotel Krebs, after which he brought them to his home and introduced them to his wife and family. Rizal enjoyed the warm hospitality of Professor Blumentritt and his family. Professor's wife, Rosa, was a good cook. His children were Dolores, called Dora or Dorita by Rizal, Conrad, and Fritz. Blumentritt proved to be a great tourist guide as well as hospitable host. Rizal, desiring to commemorate his happy hours at Blumentritt's home, painted a portrait of the kind professor and gave it to him. It was during his visit in Limit-Ritz when Rizal met another renowned scientist of Europe, Dr. Carlos Chapalac. On their last night at Limit-Ritz, Rizal and Viola, to reciprocate Blumentritt's hospitality, tendered an banquet, a farewell dinner in his honor at his hotel. On May 16, at 9:45 a.m., Rizal and Viola left at Limit-Ritz by train. Blumentritt, his wife, and children were at the railroad station to see them off, the train slowly departing. After Limit-Ritz, Rizal and Viola visited the historic city of Prague. They carried letters of recommendation from Blumentritt to Dr. Wilcom, professor of natural history in the University of Prague. Rizal and Viola visited the tomb of Copernicus, the famous astronomer. On May 20, Rizal and Viola arrived in the beautiful city of Vienna, capital of Austria and Hungary. This city fascinated of Rizal because of its beautiful buildings, was truly the queen of Danube. Rizal and Viola stayed at Hotel Metropole. They visited the city's interesting places and met the two good friends of Blumentritt, Massner and Nordmann, an Austrian scholar. On May 24, Rizal and Viola left Vienna on a riverboat to see beautiful sights of the Danube River. As they traveled along the famous river, Rizal observed keenly the river sights, the barges loaded with products, the flower and plants growing along the river banks, and many more. The river voyage ended in Linz. They traveled overland to Salzburg and from there to Munich, where they sojourned for a short time to savor the famous Munich beer, reputed to be the best in Germany.